if the very pursuit of happiness, the thing our entire culture is built around, is actually the primary source of your suffering? This isn't some feel-good philosophy. It's about understanding something ancient civilizations knew but we've completely forgotten. We live inside what I call the expectation trap, constantly told that happiness is achievable through success, relationships, and experiences. But this very belief is what keeps us trapped, as the ancient Greeks understood the potential dangers of emotions, even positive ones. Intense happiness can lead to terrible decisions, creating cognitive distortions that cloud judgment, much like deep depression. Greek society managed emotions strategically through dramatic festivals, not eliminating them, but controlling their release. The Greek word eudaimonia, often mistranslated as happiness, actually means human flourishing, living according to your highest nature. Marcus Aurelius stated, "Very little is needed to make a happy life. It is all within yourself, in your way of thinking." He spoke of a fundamental reorientation of what happiness truly means, not just a fleeting feeling. Medieval thinkers took this further, placing true happiness in the afterlife, freeing people from the tyranny of immediate gratification. This psychological technology allowed for appreciation of what life actually offers when expectations for ultimate satisfaction are released. The medieval practice of courtly love, celebrating unattainable affection, understood that desire, not its fulfillment, is the source of life's most intense experiences. Thomas Aquinas believed, happiness is nothing other than perfect contemplation of truth. When you stop demanding reality conform to your expectations, you become capable of seeing its actual nature. The Stoics developed the most practical system for managing expectations, realizing suffering comes from the gap between expectation and reality. Their practice of premeditatio malorum, imagining loss, failure, death, was genius, freeing one to appreciate what they have without clinging. Epictetus taught distinguishing between what could be controlled and what couldn't, as most suffering arises from trying to control the uncontrollable. Stoicism redirected expectations, placing them on one's own responses rather than external circumstances, transforming challenges into opportunities for virtue. Seneca captured this: "Every new beginning comes from some other beginning's end." Life is constant transition. Modern neuroscience now proves what ancient traditions understood: your brain is an expectation-generating machine. These expectations systematically distort your perception of reality. You experience your expectations, constantly updated by sensory input. The hedonic treadmill research shows we overestimate the intensity and duration of future happiness. Adaptation quickly returns us to baseline. This isn't failure, it's how you're designed. Disappointment isn't the opposite of wisdom, but its greatest teacher. Every unmet expectation invites examination of assumptions, revealing the gap between mental models and reality's actual structure. Nietzsche said, "What does not kill me makes me stronger." Disappointment refines our understanding of what's possible and valuable. Carl Jung extended this: "Everything that irritates us about others can lead us to an understanding of ourselves." To live this way, practice expectation archaeology, excavating unconscious assumptions about how life should unfold. First, be radically honest about what you expect from life, relationships, career, and health, as most expectations operate below conscious awareness. Next, distinguish between preferences, which are gentle, and expectations, which are rigid demands on reality. Finally, cultivate informed pessimism, the mature recognition that life includes loss, aging, death, and disappointment as fundamental features, not bugs. The ultimate irony: happiness becomes accessible precisely when you stop pursuing it directly. Lao Tzu understood this paradox. The sage does not attempt anything very big and thus achieves greatness. Ancient wisdom traditions weren't advocating for low expectations, but a form of engagement with life that transcends the expectation-disappointment cycle. True freedom comes not from getting what you want, but from wanting what emerges from authentic engagement with reality as it actually is. This wisdom feels revolutionary in our contemporary moment, suggesting suffering comes not from insufficient optimization, but from the attempt to optimize it all. What if, instead of trying to engineer better outcomes, you learn to find meaning in whatever outcomes actually arise? This isn't resignation, it's the ultimate rebellion against a culture that profits from your dissatisfaction. When you stop requiring external validation, stop demanding circumstances align with preferences, and stop expecting life to be other than it is, you discover true freedom. Freedom isn't the ability to control outcomes, it's the ability to remain whole regardless of what happens. Perhaps the real question isn't how to be happy, but how to be fully alive in a world that includes both happiness and suffering as temporary visitors. The expectation trap only holds you as long as you believe escape lies in meeting expectations. True escape comes from questioning why you have them. And that's when everything changes.